Hey guys, Nerdarchy Dave here with Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds, and today we are just going to wing making a non-player character for you guys and show you how easy it can be, how fun it can be, how rewarding it can be, and who the hell am I hanging out with today?
I'm Ted.
I'm Nate.
I'm Ryan, and we'll show you that this is so easy, a Nerdarchy can do it.
Yes. So I rolled up a non-player character. Just said, you know, I don't want to think about a concept form, anything. I just know I want an NPC.
I hope it's super incongruous. Super incongruous. Let's see what we get.
It actually kind of flows together because, you know, I see these words and I start putting together a picture in my mind of what the guy is. And hopefully, as a DM, you'll be able to do that. If you can't do it on the fly, roll up some guys previously and say, what do I want this person to do and interact, and how I want them to interact with people. So his appearance, this NPC's appearance, is ragged and dirty clothes. Right? Okay. His abilities, he has a high constitution. He's very hardy. He's hale. He's healthy. He
when you live in filth, you kind of need.
He's got a low charisma.
Not believe it or not.
Wow, this is
to match his outward appearance, he's also a dull, boring guy.
Oh no.
So we're gonna get in like a picture here. So his talent is he's great at one game.
So he's a boring gambler type.
Well, maybe he plays chess, and no one else in his
the 3 games
posse plays.
Dragon, chess, 3-card ante, or dice.
Oh, that's out of the book. I mean, there's nothing to say you can't have anything else.
There's only 3 games ever. There are no more.
Because this version of D&D is so about restricting anything you can possibly do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If it's not in the book, it doesn't.
So he doesn't have a background. He doesn't have to choose just those stinking 3. So he's great at one game. Let's say he's great at a game that might take some mental alacrity, and maybe he's just a poor peasant. Maybe he's just getting a drink, and we meet him at the bar, or you meet him on the street. Maybe he's just that guy you're like, hey, you look like you need some money. Hey, how about you go do a thing for me, like get this item or whatever. So his mannerisms, it's kind of like what you do that will have the PCs remember what he's all about. Mm-hmm. And this guy will pace. Mm. So when there's nothing to do, he won't just stand still looking dull and boring.
So in my mind, this is what I'm getting so far. You have this dirty, kind of wiry kind of guy who's dressed in rags.
We don't know wiry yet. Did you do his stat rolls?
No, I didn't do all of his stats. I just did a high and low.
What was the low?
Charisma. Okay. He's dull and boring.
Okay.
And he had the high con.
And he's got a good constitution.
So this is what's coming on. I got this scrawny, wiry guy that's covered in filth, wearing rags, in the park, playing chess. He doesn't move, barely even looks at it, doesn't move, and starts pacing around.
Yeah, and then he'll pace.
And then he'll come back to do his next move.
Now, his interaction trait is that he's quiet. So in between the moving with the pacing, he doesn't say a thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's kind of like some kind of social anxiety or something.
He's like a crackpot.
It's like there's a reason why he's wearing rags. He probably doesn't have a steady job because of some issues. So his ideal, I made him a good alignment. You can do a good and an evil.
Is there even neutral or whatever? Well, no, there's
chaotic, there's lawful, there's all the ones. So I just made him good. His ideal is beauty. For the same dice roll, you could get domination as an evil ideal.
Domination with the chess player. Totally.
Oh, you know what? So let's just say that. Oh, I forgot a roll, so I'll just do another one.
And it's
a 2, even on the ground. So he's lawful good. So he seems really into fairness. Beauty and fairness are his kind of like ideal things that he wants to live within his life. So
I like the domination one personally.
Domination chess player.
Well, I didn't make him evil, okay? But chess is a very fair game. You make the move, the other person gets the move.
1 calorie evil? I mean, come on.
1 calorie of evil. One percentage.
So, but why can't you just give him domination anyway, even if he is good?
Or
you
neutral.
Could.
Or a neutral.
I'm just saying this is a base for a guy I just rolled up. If I start cheating on the base, I mean, I'm just telling you guys what I rolled.
We're not cheating. We're flavoring.
Flavoring.
We're making
just telling you.
We're making
I'm just telling you how I rolled.
Disgusting, gross tasting.
So his bonds are he's protective of a valuable possession.
His chess game. It's all his
chess. He's got a really nice.
He might have a very nice hand carved wooden box with stone pieces in it, or something going on with that chess game.
Okay.
That it's like his prized valuable possession. So he's very protective of it. and he has a specific phobia.
Of?
Is his flaw and secret.
We don't know what that phobia is.
Who knows what it could be? Perhaps after everything is said and done, he is worried about losing the only thing he values.
That could be his phobia, or water.
Maybe he's really rich.
Maybe.
And his phobia or his fear is becoming poor and losing all of his money. So he just doesn't spend any of it. He lives as a pauper because he hoards his money. He loves money for money's sake.
Yeah, so he, like a dragon, sticks it someplace where he's just going to go back and look at it later.
I was also thinking, well, a couple of thoughts. One, he could have been like a disinherited noble that basically lost everything. He's just got his chest set, and he's like living, like King Lear status, a little kind of off. Has some vestiges of remembering how things used to be, and the reason he's hale and hearty is because he grew up with all the advantage you could possibly have in life, but now things have taken the turn for the worse. Or also we have that one day that we kind of talked about, the Beggar King or the Flea King, and he could be like an agent or apostle of him.
You could completely go the other way, where he's a kid on the street, and he's actually used to having nothing, and because he happened to be good at this one particular skill, he essentially won money by winning games. He got that he in a game he won the set of dragon chests, and because he's used to having nothing, he squirrels away every cent he doesn't need, and he hides it, and he doesn't want anyone to know he's got it, so he never keeps it on him, and he's hale and hearty because he earns enough to be able to eat, but he doesn't do anything to give any other indication that he's got money. Then he's got enough to eat.
I'm struggling with the ideal of beauty, though.
Well, I mean, we could have rolled another thing, the beauty. Well, I mean, it could be the craftsmanship of that thing.
He could appreciate beauty in others and the beauty of the set he's got. He just doesn't necessarily see it in himself.
And he's certainly not going to tell you about it.
Yeah.
So it's really a hidden.
The
quality.
quiet dull thing is like that. That one's like a little
quiet and dull does not necessarily make a great NPC to use over and over again. But I mean, there's enough there to work with from either end of the spectrum.
And you could see it. The players could see it as a personal challenge to talk to him.
Well, that's
because they're like, something's going on with this guy.
Or also maybe he was like actually like a master general strategist that basically, like kind of lost it after a major crushing defeat. Some unexpected things happened. Maybe some magical things happened.
A dragon.
So he's like just totally quiet and like, doesn't really want to voice it. The reason he's such a good chess player is because he is a master strategist. And the pacing is like, it's almost like he's going through battle plans in his head, this kind of thing.
So the tying factor, that the charts here don't have is, how old is he?
I mean, we could totally come up with
that. So if you've got it as a young kid, youngish, the character that grew up on the streets or the outcast noble works well. If you've got a heightened age, it could be your general that's fallen out of favor.
Well, and also I was thinking along with your street urchin sort of thing, to play into the ideal of beauty. You could make it almost like an Aladdin street rat sort of thing, falling in love with the princess. So is that beauty? It's this unattainable beauty in a tower sort of thing.
And since he won't talk to anyone either, so
he's a person that's unlikely to have his wish fulfilled because he's so dull.
Or what if his phobia is like indoors, and that's why he's dirty and in rags all the time because he never goes inside. He's convinced if he does, the building's gonna fall on him.
I think for my guy I rolled up, how I would play him would be his phobia is talking and getting interaction, like gaining friendship and meaningful relationships, because the only thing he owns is this chess set because his house burnt down, killing his family one night while he was out working, and the only thing left was the hearth and this chess set. So he has the chess set and he's just wearing the clothes that on that day that happened, and they're kind of worn down now. So he doesn't talk to people. He seems dull and boring.
If your phobia is interaction, how do you? I mean, that kind of kills.
Forming lasting relationships.
Okay, that might be better.
Yeah,
because he's got to interact.
So he's going to be short. He's going to interact, but he's going to be short with people because he doesn't want to form that type of familiar bond ever again.
But if you create an NPC that you're specifically looking to not be able to make lasting, then it's kind of doing you a disservice.
No, you're equating that the NPC wants to hang out with the PCs on the same level as the PCs are going to hang out with the NPC. you can still bother this guy.
Yeah,
you can
And he
still
could know
interact
stuff.
with him.
He could have
It's like,
information that you
sorry,
need to know.
he left the realm because you're not allowed to talk to him because he's had enough of you guys.
Yeah, and going with the
You're starting to grow on him, so he's left.
the phobia that if he were the general he could have, like maybe he's a little shell shocked, so like loud noises. The reason he doesn't really talk is because he doesn't want like cadence and like like so he's a little like noise adverse.
Sounds like somebody cast Thunderwave too many times around him.
Well, I mean, when all hell broke loose on the battlefield, like he's shell shocked from that, and there's like lots of loud carnage and chaos going on, explosions everywhere. So yeah.
So he's more mousy than
Yeah,
like
exactly.
kind of that.
Than steadfast.
Right, yeah, it is kind of the way I would go with that. Like, just like, yeah, super introverted, and that's why he comes across as kind of dull and boring, because, like, he just, sound can unnerve him.
Well, what I was thinking about, too, is, like, what you're saying with his family being killed in a fire, maybe that day was the day his father taught him to play chess, and he's kind of been obsessed with the game.
Yeah, if he was younger, or if he was with his extended family living with them, yeah.
Yeah, it's like every time he plays chess, it's the only way to kind of recapture his family, or at least that.
Or even that was
father.
just a substantial part of his upbringing anyway. Like, could be a part of it
So,
too.
the book gives you lots of options to roll, and then clearly with what we've talked about here, there's ways to expand upon each and every result.
Yeah, we kind of all picked chess, but it could have been anything else.
Yeah, I mean,
it could have
it's
been dice.
The one thing we clung to, kind of deal.
Could have been dice, it could have been cards, or it could be a game that's unique to your world.
And it doesn't even have to be his most favorite possession. It can just be that he's good at playing a game, and he has like a bauble or something, or something important his father gave him,
or a random trinket from the PHP.
Yeah, because he doesn't shoot very high for what he considers really valuable.
It could be a scroll that he found that is actually important to the campaign, and you've got to somehow convince him to part with it.
Maybe he just really likes the scroll case and he's never opened it up.
Yep.
But it actually has like a symbol that is for something relevant.
Maybe you
to
can't
your
open
campaign.
it up. Maybe it's locked.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a combination on it you have to know in order to get it to open.
Yeah, and it just so happens he has it and you need it.
Yeah.
And then you have to kill that man. I'm sorry. Your NPC is dead, Nate.
Oh, Ryan. Then
Yeah.
He's mysteriously found in an alley with a pair of scissors in his back.
Yeah.
Yes. I wonder
Is
who
that from
could
something
be.
specifically?
No, that would be. We're suggesting
the
Taylor.
Taylor.
Taylor,
Oh, yeah. I'm always blaming it on the halfling tag.
it was
And
And
lower
lower back.
The wound, the wound is about 3 feet up, and
and he was also apparently choked with a tape measure.
I don't know.
Whose could this be?
Yeah, since you're struggling there. So that's the nutshell of it all. You can throw an interesting NPC together that fast, and it's just us riffing some ideas, and I think we really just made up 3 different,
NPCs.
possibly 4 different NPCs here.
Yeah, more or less.
Just on a few rolls and checking out the charts. Give you some inspiration. If you don't like something, change
Reroll
it.
it.
Yeah. Reroll it.
If you don't
change
like
it.
something, tell Nate his roll was stupid,
And
and it's
the dice-
domination,
the dice
and he
don't
likes
know.
he likes to
maybe
destroy
he's
everyone.
an evil chess player.
Or at least one caliber.
Well, hey, only in the game.
Yeah.
In real life, he's too dull and timid to actually dominate anyone.
to be malevolent. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's very spiteful.
Or maybe his
dominating
evil
in the
is
game.
boring people to tears.
Yeah.
Like, with this guy.
So it's
just
very
stop.
specific. He likes to dominate the battlefield with chess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So with that, if you have any ideas, feel free to share them with us. You can put it in the comments below. You can like, share, and subscribe. And
check us out on Facebook.
Nerdarchy.com.
Or over on the Reddit, How to Stay Nerdy. And with that, guys,
stay nerdy.